This is the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
Hi, everybody. Good morning. We've got a few wacky dog stories.
Wacky dog
I will call this one Dogs Do the Darnedest Thing.
Yeah. I feel a TV show.
I mean, we're inspired by the dog that caught the bus in Sydney the other day. So it jumped on the bus at Sanssouci and it went a few stops and then got off at Cogra train station. And the thing about this is that it sat up on the seat like a human, first of all. And then after a couple of stops, a few people were going, "Is that your dog?" "No, it's not my dog." "Oh, I thought it was your dog." That conversation happened, and then they realised it was no one's dog, and that this dog had just gotten on of its own accord. And then when it got to Cogra, people were a bit concerned that it was going to run onto the train tracks because they thought, it seems a bit agitated, like it's looking where to go. And
I just couldn't read this buzzer
couldn't get off.
This is my
That's
stop.
true.
It's very difficult.
I hate it when that happens. You know? So they caught it, and it turns out, and so they called the ranger. It ended up in the pound or whatever. But the owner is away, and they don't know. It's not clear who's supposed to be looking after it, but it's clear that they haven't done a great job.
You know what the best thing about that story was? The fact that the dog was able to tag itself on with its multi-rider and get off. Unbelievable.
I don't think it's been called a multi-rider for a while, John.
What are they called now? I remember those. Yeah, the multi-rider.
What are they called now? Anyone any ideas?
Smart rider.
Something
Smart
like
rider.
You're a man of the people getting on the bus all the time, obviously.
Thank
You worked out the dog laws when it comes to bus catching.
Well, the article was very specific that at the end it did tell you that your dog isn't allowed to catch the bus, as it turns out. Service animals can get on with their human, but they're not allowed to sit on the seat.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It'll be in the aisle.
Yeah.
Is there something for them to hold on with?
I don't think so. But there's no charge for the service dog.
Yeah, that's right. They don't have to buy a ticket.
Okay.
That's nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
What are the chances of a service dog doing a poo in the bus or having a
No,
wee?
they wouldn't do that, Sean. They wouldn't do it. They're
Why
a
not?
service dog. They know better.
Because they're on business.
When you got to go, you got to go.
Business.
No. Dogs don't do that.
Long
They
bus
can hold.
ride.
They can
People
hold.
do that. People do that.
Yeah, but dogs are better than people.
Yeah,
I think we
probably.
all know
Yeah.
that.
Training.
What about people that are dogs, Rob?
Yeah, this is dog-related one. This is great. There's a security camera vision that's come out of Victoria. So what's happened? I'll
So
play.
this is in Brighton too.
Oh my
Brighton
God.
is a fancy
It is,
area.
it
This
is.
it's ritzy.
You can hear the audio. I'll play you guys a vision. So what's happening right now is it must be middle of the night. There are thieves that have jumped a fence to this guy's property, and they're taking his car. They're in his car at this exact moment. He's gone out there. Sean, firstly, how would you respond if you were in this situation? You see someone robbing your car, middle of the night. You're standing there. What do you do?
Well, he's naked for starters.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, you're naked.
I'm yelling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
What are you saying? You can't take Sean McManus's car.
Do you know who I am?
That belongs to Melville Mazda.
All of it. And it's hard to say that when you're like an angry voice.
Yes.
It's difficult.
Hey, guys, don't.
Guys, stop it. Stop it.
I'm a Dockers legend.
This is what he did, all right? So I'll play you the audio and you guys will see the vision.
So that's not a dog barking. That's the guy being a dog barking.
That is insane.
So it sounds like so to the thief, it sounds like there's a guy first of all saying that he's going to kill you, but also a very big dog. But it's all just one man.
Whoa.
And that was like, he went like primitive dog bark. It worked. They ran.
So was that a fanny fart in there as well? Did I hear that?
Sean,
What did you hear?
I didn't hear that.
what's going on at your house?
Wow, that was intense.
Yeah, they ran
Yeah.
off. You bark like a dog.
Geez, I would have ran off that.
Really?
I know. Sean.
But he wouldn't have, that would have just come naturally to him.
Yes,
Or
that
her.
was his first instinct,
Fight or flight.
was to bark like a big dog.
Yeah, be loud, be aggressive, be a dog. That's not a poodle. No, don't do that.
But then the swearing with the deep voice, anger,
Yeah.
that was.
Yeah.
But I think it was more the dog that scared them away.
Oh, either way.
Yeah.
Wow, that was full on.
Isn't that amazing?
It was committed.
He was.
Worked.
He was. Yeah, well done, everybody. Dogs.
So that
they
wasn't
do
a
the
real dog.
darndest
That wasn't a
things.
real dog. What's
That
the other one?
wasn't-
We've got another story. There's
Oh,
three.
do you want to hear my story about last night?
Yes.
Okay, so I was walking
Hey,
my
mate,
dog.
we've got to play ads when we've got this TV show going. So, everyone's a separate story.
Welcome back to Dogs Do the Darndest Things.
Thank you, Natalie.
Last night I was walking my dog. He has he has 3 walks a day. One when I get home, one in the afternoon, evening, down at the dog park with all of his friends. And then after dinner, we go for a little stroll. Or we drive down to a little park and then do a few laps of
He's so lucky
lovely
to have
little,
3 walks.
I know. He is spoiled. And last night we saw one of the other regulars there, and he's got a Labrador that madly chases a ball. And when I last saw this guy, he had 2 Labradors because he was looking after somebody else's. And then last night there was a Kelpie running around. I said, "Oh, you've got another dog?" And he goes, "No. That's not my dog. I don't know whose dog that is." And it was a young Labrador, young Kelpie, and it had a harness on, and it was just running around, like chasing after the Labrador when it was going for the ball. And it looked like it was with him, and he said, "No, it's not. I don't know." And there was nobody else in the park, and we're like, "Oh, that's weird." So we managed to catch the Kelpie, and it's got a tag on it.
Yeah.
And the tag, both of us, me and the other guy, are like, "I haven't got my glasses on. Can you read that?" "I don't know. I'll get my phone out." Like, it took a while.
Sorry. I just got an email. Continue.
It took a while. And then eventually on the tag, you could see the address. And he looked at it and he went, "Oh, that's that house on the corner where Dylan used to live." I don't know who Dylan is, but Dylan doesn't live there anymore.
Okay.
Somebody else. And then as we looked up, there was a girl walking across the park. And we're like, "Oh, it must be her dog." We let the dog go. It ran off to her. But then she disappeared again, but the dog stayed.
So the owner was there and then saw it and walked away.
The girl, she's how she exercises her dog. She takes it to the park, leaves it in the park, goes home, comes back, checks on it, goes home again.
That is wild.
Isn't it?
You can't do
and
that.
it's a young Kelpie. Like, it wouldn't have been more than a year. I don't know what would stop it from running across the road. Sterling Highway, the big road where the trucks go, not that far away from
not
where
too
we
far
were.
away.
And just at people's front yards and all that sort of stuff. Not to mention, like, if another dog gets annoyed with it, and that other dog that could get annoyed with it is my dog, Lewis, got sick of her. So he is 12. He's pretty tolerant of other dogs until they really get up in his face repeatedly.
Yep.
And then he'll tell them off. Like, it's the classic pack behaviour of putting a dog in its, and sort of he rolls them over basically, and sort of just to prove that he's the boss. He did that. It started squealing and then ran off and like looking behind it like, "Oh," and the owner nowhere to be seen. And then after a while, she sort of comes out and calls the dog, and the dog goes home. And it's like, that is not a responsible dog ownership.
So take it away from dogs, but on a parent's side of things, that's the opposite to helicopter parenting.
Yes, yes, it is.
And is that a good thing because you're building,
You're not smothering the dog.
You're building resilience by just going...
Independence by yourself.
Or what you're doing is getting other people to exercise your dog.
Mate, I mean...
I think we've nailed that one. Is that good? Just go and check it on them every now and then.
It was crazy.
The kid's still alive. They're still breathing
she's
good.
Right. Yeah, that's cool.
Just running around like
Exactly. Netflix
the dog
back
was
on.
running around like a lunatic. Like he was. And I mean, I understand where she's coming from, this girl, because clearly she has got a high energy dog living in the city. This is why Kelpies. There are a lot of Kelpies in our area. So many. And I'm like, they belong on a farm chasing a sheep or like running after the motorbike. Like they don't like. It's hard for them to get enough exercise living in the city. And clearly that's all she does is just drop it off at the park and pick it up like 3 hours later.
Yeah.
Go back to watching Netflix. Righto, check on it again.
Oh, unbelievable. Dogs do the darndest things.
Nathan, Nat and Sean is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au. Nova.